Hello, and welcome back to Mr. Anderson Plays 999. Last time we found out a little bit more of what happened. 9 years ago, it turns out that Ace's pharmaceutical company, I believe, was actually abducting children to um, conduct experiments. I guess the Nonary Games, the first ones. And all the kids look suspiciously like the ones that are on this boat at this very moment. Hmm. It turns out as well that Seven was a detective who was um, searching for the missing children as well, and that he also saved the children from the incinerator. However, they did say that one child died 9 years ago, and that was Akane. Could that be the same Akane as June? Who knows? Let's see. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation. The man's name was Gentaro Hungu, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hungu saw the boy hanging from the rope. It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope. Hurry! I know! The boy in uniform opened up the rope. You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit! 15 feet? 10? The second I could reach for the kid, I grabbed him. I held him up and tossed him into the duct behind me. Out of the frying pan into the fire. Hungu had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face and was really a terrifying devil. Or some kind of damn monster. I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hungu yelling at me from the door. You fucking bastard. You won't get away with this. How dare you compromise this experiment? Experiment? What experiment? Is it actually going to torch him? Incineration will begin in 1 minute. Hey, old man, what the hell are you doing? Hurry up. The boy in uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me. Well, obviously he didn't die. No point to going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everyone nodded and took turns sliding down it. Whee! The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on the other side. The one on the left was a normal double door, but the one on the right was familiar. It was probably to the incinerator. It had black and yellow stripes and a device next to it on the wall. A plate on it read incinerator. Incinerator? Yeah, that's where we were. It was a girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator. Yeah, Hungu might still be in there. Looks like it's been shut off though. Wait, what? If he's still in there? Yeah, that's not good. Well, obviously we know that Ace wasn't burned up. That meant we gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry. The kids started running and I was close on their heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. We went up and up and up. Our feet pounded the steps, our arms pumping fast. We went round and round and round like the devil was on our tail. The stairway kept going. Is it a stairway to heaven? We passed a couple landings when the boy in the uniform suddenly spoke. Something's up. McCain's not catching up to us. McCain? My kid's sister, the girl with the red necktie. Wait a minute. McCain? McCain, that's strange. I didn't remember seeing the name on the list of missing kids. Hey, Kane! He cupped his hands around his mouth and yelled. Nobody answered him. Maybe we outran her. The boy in uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too. So did the other two kids. When did we do that? Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them? No, that's impossible. Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I'm gonna go look for her downstairs. He turned to go. Hey, kid, wait. God damn it, I said wait. I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck. I spun around to the boy in the jacket and the girl with the ponytail. Going after him. You two keep going, alright? You got it? The girl nodded and ran up the stairs. But the boy... I'm going with you. Didn't even have time to argue. Just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear him following me. We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling her. A cane was nowhere to be found. God damn it, where the hell did she go? I could tell the kid was frustrated. And then suddenly, help me, somebody help me. We heard a girl's voice. A cane! The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. The bastard Hungu had a cane by the arm, was forcing her into the incinerator. Come on, goddammit, move. No, I don't want to. Let me go. Please let go of me. She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away, but Hungu was bigger and stronger. She wasn't going to win. A cane! Her brother roared with anger. So is Snake? No, not Snake. Is Santa her brother? Help me. You're too late, idiot. Hungu lifted a cane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator. Before we could even blink, Hungu left the door after her. We saw him land inside. Well, obviously, he's not too afraid of being incinerated, and obviously he wasn't incinerated since he's in, this new experiment. And from the safe ending, we know that he does remember everything. We ran to the door. We did everything we could to get the thing open, but fuck, it's no use. The goddamn thing won't move an inch. He started slamming his fist against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles and how hard he pounded on it. Kane, are you okay? You came back. Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it. What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here. Where's Hungu? He went out the other door. What? Oh shit, get out. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incinerator command has been acknowledged. Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing. Are you there? Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, alright? We're gonna figure out a way to save you. His words seemed like a sick joke to her, if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right there. I might be feeling that she's not gonna get out of this. She's gonna have a little bit of a suntan. Incineration will begin in 17 minutes. Please help me. I'm really scared. I don't want to die. Please, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. It's gonna be alright. I'll figure something out, I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise. At least it's automatic incineration. It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door. Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, his clenched so tight his knuckles were white. Well, I like my canes extra crispy. What happened then? Come on, man, put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that? Then, yeah. Shit, if I'd known I was going to be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered. Hey, are you sure? Huh? Look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So, if you could just tell me, did that girl a cane really? Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended, and we heard something burning. The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the Jackie kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed, and he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed, too, too numb to speak. Kane, you're looking a little ashy. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering. In the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. Couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. He finally reached it. He fell to his knees and his legs gave out on him. And then That must suck. I'm not screaming that. Can I ask one more thing? What's that? The girl, Kane. What was her last name? What does it matter to you? Just tell me, okay? Please. Kurashiki. Her name was Kane Kurashiki. So it was the same girl. Are we all like clones or something? You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it? Yes, it was. You are correct, Detective. Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. Couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago. So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right? I don't think he is. Of course not. Clover, what about you? Hey, come on. You really think I'm working with Zero? I think a Kane is working with Zero, or for Zero, or is Zero. Told you before, idiot. I was in Nevada in Building Q. I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but didn't know it was you. Well, I guess I believe you. Alright, let me ask you another question. Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki. Aoi, I think it's blue in Japanese. He's a Kane's brother. You know that? No, I didn't. Did you? Well, yes, I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother, but I didn't know he was Santa, at least not from the beginning. 9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice was entirely different now. I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection. As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi. When did you figure it out? Clover told me that Santa might be one of the subjects in the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago, while we were leaving the library. When she told me that, I had a feeling. Santa is Aoi, a Kane Kurashiki, June's brother? There's still a lot we don't know. I mean, a lot. But there was one thing we can say we know. What's that? The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisiki, dressed up looked like Snake. What? Come on, man. What kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already? Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, alright? Cut me some slack. Why is he dressed like that, then? Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they? Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kabuta blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place? If Junpei was correct and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary project. And who would want more revenge than a Kane? The person who conducted the actual experiments. Nijisiki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project. You mean this was all just revenge? Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's why he killed them. No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone. If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it? Pretty sure I don't have to tell you. Yeah, it's gonna be Ace. Right. The next target will be Gentaro Hongu, the person who planned the Nonary project. In other words, Ace. Sorry for the calls, guys. What? Oh, what the hell's going on here? Maybe we just wasted too much time talking. It must be 6 a.m. Our time's up. Shit. Come on, we need to get out of here. How? I'm betting this sucker opens the exit. Come on, let's go. Alright, let's get out of here. A card with O in the middle of it. 0, 0. God damn it, Zero's just screwing with us, isn't he? Alright, where's the door we need here? Is this it? Alright, let's swipe this card. Junpei, look! It's unlocked! Yeah! Now we go back to the library. Hurry up, Junpei, we don't have time. Let's go. Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, it will lead back into the library, because this is the other door, the second door. I found it. Hooray me. Huh? I think the shaking stopped. It would seem so, but We are yet to be out of danger. You're right, let's hurry. The exit needs the Uranus card too. Hey, Junpei. Yeah, I know. He sort of looks like an anus. Alright, it's open, let's go. Okay, Neptune key. Let's see if it works. Yes, I think it's unlocked. I'm getting like Resident Evil flashbacks now. Huh. Incinerator. So this is the incinerator. This is the first time I've seen it from this side. But yeah, I think so. But there ought to be a lever near the door. Yeah, right here. Pull that and the door should open. Got it. I don't think we really want to go into the door marked incinerator. Could be a bad idea. Let's go. This does not seem like a good idea. What the hell's going on? What's wrong? Are you okay? You came to get me. Of course I did. I made a promise. Plus you're a smoking babe. I'm so glad you're here. So glad. Hey, what happened to you? I'm fine. Just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though. Are you sure? I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine. You shouldn't worry about me. Santa. He's not wearing his diarrhea frame. Where is it? Where's the gun? You hide somewhere? I don't have it. I got sucker punched. They took the gun. What? Who took it? Ace? What? Isn't that obvious? I took the gun. Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say, Gentaro Hungu, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. You've met me at a disadvantage. I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea of how much I suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain? The pain of prosopagnosia, right? Another irritating insect. And how do you know that? Good question. No matter. If you want to answer it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. Time for me to go. First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. Now with this. 9. The 9th man, Kabuto's bracelet. I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose. Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is? What the hell are you planning, Santa? At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape and the rest of you will be a slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. At least he got the babe, too. Wait! What? Why isn't it opening? One more time. Now open. Oh, she is wearing pants. Surprised she's wearing pants. No. What is this? Why? The digital root should be 9. It has to be 9. Then why? Why isn't it opening? Well, because the 0 bracelet isn't 9. It's 6. Well, the 9 bracelet isn't 9. It's a different number. Now. Phew, that was close. Too close. Thank you, 7. Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat. 9 years ago. Then you must be... Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass. Ace, you killed Kabuta, Nijisaki, and Mushishido, didn't you? Wait, Nijisaki? Oh, right, you don't know yet. Alright, we'll just go through them in order. Let's start with Kabuta. You talked to Kabuta and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figured it out, you had 4 motives. 1. In the Nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital root, which means that the number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove the threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if this number hadn't been 9, Kabuto was a problem. You knew your past, he knew what happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kabuto as a test. You wanted to know how serious this Nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank? You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what happened. That was why you killed Kabuto, but he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone else was looking for the missing parts of the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your procrastination, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly, because when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake. No, that was Nijisaki. Why, how did... I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid. But his presence made you think, Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kabuto's bracelet. You just waved it over the red, verified your own number, and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm, forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed. Then 81 seconds passed, and the poor Nijisaki was dead. Then you mean to say Snake is still alive? Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much. Oh well, I wouldn't blame you. But not least, let's talk about Mushashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said? A pocket watch, might I take a look at it? I handed it to you and you left the room. You had been charged with the Nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle. Which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch and the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Mushashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up the axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest. One blow was all it took. Then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened. Wow, you got no blood on him either. There was something I wanted to speak to you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment? I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. It had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace. Mushashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it, but why? Because of this. What's with the paper? Just read it. Let's see. Number 1, there are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary game. 2 is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I've prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by the camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look in the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from the ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please. 0. When I awoke in the room on D-deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. The sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice. You meant to kill him from the beginning, then. Mushishido, I mean. I only knew Mushishido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarter in order to remove this so-called witness. Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You're being manipulated. Yes, so it would seem. I was little more than a puppet in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarter. Mushishido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I understand how I could have fallen in such a simple trap. But yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap, and I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. I did everything you wanted me to. Yeah, by manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people, keep the blood off his own hands. All this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa? Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any. Ain't no point in trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the Nonary game this time around was Zero. And Zero's you. Heh, looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Oh, he is Zero. Wow, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was the one of the kids in the Nonary games 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing. No, I guess there's 2 things you got wrong. Number 1, I ain't Zero. What? Wait, what? Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary. But assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders. Then, if you're not Zero, who is? Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say 2 things? You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. That's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose. There's another reason you guys were playing the Nonary game. To save someone. Save someone? A cane. Right. You're brought here to help my sister. To save a cane. What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurashaki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there, I saw... What? What the hell, where is she? Where's the Akane Kurashiki? My head! Feels like it's gonna pop. Seven, what the hell is going on? I don't know. I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode. Sorry, I keep coughing. What was the Nonary project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was the phenomenon? For 2 organisms to communicate with one another in absence of physical contact. Morphogenic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? What was this experiment? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were 2 separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other one was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones in Gigantic. They were told to send their answers into the morphogenic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic. So everybody's related to everybody. The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but There was a mistake. Akane was the transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with receivers like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Ah, shit, she's my sister, isn't she? Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. Is this gonna end up sort of like Old Boy? At least we didn't have sex with her. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei. Where is this going? Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't, things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had propagnasia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kabuta and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hungu? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it? Well, that's happened 9 years ago. He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures, then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside-down Y. The river flows from top to bottom, from a single stream in 2 branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backwards. Information is the same way. It moves from past to future, but never flows backwards. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field sets to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river. Even though people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am the 9th letter of the alphabet. But I'm also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0, not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. Where did she go? I knew June was 0. No, Akane, where did you go? Santa, where's Clover? Oh, why's Clover? Oh, shit. Freeze. Santa's got the gun. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head. Get up. Oh. Sure isn't about to take the gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he just looks drained. Guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need the verify to go through that door, but... Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing? He can't get through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking? Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to make a wish come true. That's it? That's all he's gonna give us? What the hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out. And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be all right. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still opens. Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon. Well, this could be our last night on Earth, Lotus. How do you say we get busy? You mean we're trapped? So it would seem. What the hell is Santa trying to do? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what? Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now. No, you can't be serious. Oh, but he is. Shit, we've got to do something. Maybe we can still get through out the 9 door. There's the red. Alright, we can do this. I've just got to... No, it's not going to work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open this door. There isn't any combination that'll work. Can I borrow your pen and notebook? Sure, why not? I don't think I'm going to need them. Ever again. Well, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations. A lot of them. Oh man, she doesn't look very happy. What? Hey. No need to be ripping pages out like that. Jeez. What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that. Alright, at least I got 7. At least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she's writing. Let's see. Someone's gonna have to get left behind, I guess. What? There's no other way? Lotus. Looks like she'd figure it out, though. Man, this is just too cruel. It's okay. Go. Lotus. Oh, it's a shame. Come on, you know we can't do that. Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me. God damn it, you idiot. Oh, where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected that about as much as I did. Without, if you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright? For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence. Bad. Yeah, if there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job. Huh? Look, I'm just leaving you behind, alright? I'm not just leaving you behind. End of story. 7. He's right, I'm not leaving you either. Me too. You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, didn't I? Did you? You're all idiots. Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry. That being said, however, I doubt we'd be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave blows behind. Huh? Why? I trust you remember what happened to Ace. I couldn't see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess that he wasn't attempting to do earlier at the... Oh, yeah. No. What is this? Why? Digital root should be 9. It has to be 9. Then why is it an opening? That's because the number's different. Just to see, why don't we give it a shot? Give it a shot. Yeah, that is what I said. You were right. It ain't opening. But it did open 9 years ago. The digital root was 9 then, I'm sure of it. You think maybe they changed the settings? Perhaps. Shit. If we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way we could get to that hole 7 popped out of 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at the door with a 9 on it. Guess this is it. This is the end. This is the end. The end, my friend. Zero was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums I heard. Smell, taste, touch, felt everything he felt. I knew everything about him. What was he thinking? What he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and all of his worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Though the morphic field sets were resonant, and we were as one, I was him at the same time. I was an observer. A cane vision. I started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 years ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonance even melted into him, and we became one inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind 9 years in the future. But I didn't lose myself. I was living 2 realities at once. One was the present, the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me. Come over here. That was my brother Aoi, he was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like were about my age. So, I mean, why do they call her an old woman? Come on, hurry up. We ran down a long straight hallway and burst into a large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got into a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It has been 2 hours since the Nonary Games began. We started to fall apart. But just as all hope seemed lost, light started taking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake. Hello, everyone. Could you come over here for a moment? He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around him. I have a little sister. She was very important to me. Right now, she's over in another building queue and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday. As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 four-leaf clovers. I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I've already told you, but I'm blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult. But my sister means a great deal to me, and I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 four-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or sister in Building Q, with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? So wait, Snake? Who's that? Who's that? We need the trust and love, and we have to have faith in another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those 4 words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you to have one of these. They're a promise between friends. He gave a clover to each of us, and took one too. Eventually, he was left with only with a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say. Now, don't ever forget. So long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand? When we finish the tensions of only a few minutes before it was gone, we will calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer, opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in a chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time it was only the 1. But there was only 1 door that only meant 5 people could escape. What were we going to do? There aren't any other doors. Well, if you escape through the number 9 door, you get off the ship, then the bracelets would deactivate, and I would think that would mean that they could get out, because it wouldn't be occupied anymore. We began to panic, then as if things had gotten bad enough already. I like the music. Warning. Warning. Emergency incinerator command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good. My brother Aoi swallowed hard and answered, I think it means this room is going to burn. Burn? The plaque on the door says incinerator. And that voice said that the incineration was about to start. And incinerate means to burn. No! Help me! Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened, and a man appeared. He was huge, frightening mountain of a man, as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him Seven. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. The rest happened just like Seven said it had. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by Seven. We crawled through the vent, away from the incinerator, slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of the door. Oh, okay, so the other kids had left. The other 5 left. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. Then, wait, a cane was following me? As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nana, my brother Aoi, Snake, and Seven. The other children, one who'd gone through door 9, before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could, and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nana had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see that they had caught up. That was when I realized, oh no, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present? I knew I had it with me when we were passed through the vent. Then had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back, I had to, but I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me, I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. So in one present, a cane died. And in another present, or another past, I guess you could say. So, Junpei died in one, and a cane died in the other. I hid in the shadows. Moments later, I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down, down, and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically. There it is. I was just where I thought I'd be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs and freedom... Door incinerator opened and a man stood out. It was Hungu, Gentaro Hungu. 9 years later, we would call him Ace. And how wonderful to see he decided to come back. His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as someone had simply pulled the corners of his mouth. Come with me. We must continue the experiment. I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, and a step to the right. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hungo's hand close over my left wrist. I said, come with me. There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could. No, stop, let go of me, let go. I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hungo to let go of me. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hungo. Stop struggling, goddammit, do as I tell you. He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed, help me, somebody help me. Then suddenly, a cane! The door to the stairs flew open. My brother Ayoi burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake. A cane! He cried my name again as he leapt toward Hungu. You came back, I cried out. But then... you're too late, idiot. Hungu threw his full weight against my arm, pulling both into the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hungu stood between me, it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fist clenched. But those fists never reached Hungu. Oh! Wait, okay. Kind of confused. With the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hungu glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he could consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached in his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appear on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly to the floor. So you can only enter 2. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all, and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. And a few minutes later... and 2 other doors slid shut as well. Finally, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran toward the door with the 9. McCain, are you okay? I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice. Help me. My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room. What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here. Where's Hungu? He went out the other door. What? Then it started again. Warning. Warning. Oh, so that was the door that we entered in over here. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Oh, Junpei vision. Incineration will begin in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Holy shit. Man, I knew that what it was gonna say, but this is one hell of a creepy voice. I knew it. It was starting. Santa started the incinerator. Fuck, man, I never thought I'd hear the damn voice again after 9 years. What the hell? What the hell in God's names are you talking about? It's 9 years. This and 9 years that, and When it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiment. Oh shit, I skipped something. I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. Promise I'll tell you everything once we get out of here. But incineration will begin in 17 minutes. You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn. What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means. Well, god damn it. Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want, but you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out. What, why me? Just shut up and stop this thing. Wow, how the hell? There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button. But that will have to wait until next time. Will we escape the incinerator? And what the hell is actually happening? Does Akane and Junpei have some kind of link? A psychic link? She says that she sort of lives in two realities at once. If I had sex with Akane, would it be like having sex with myself? Who knows? But maybe next time we'll figure that out. But until then, I hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, because it makes me feel good. And make sure you have a good night. Good night.